Hold on. This case just took a turn. We've been hearing about this major federal case involving Pooh Shiesty, Big 30s, and others. But now in court, the narrative is getting challenged in real time. An FBI agent testified in front of the Dallas Violent Crime Task Force. And when defense attorneys asked the big question, do you have any hard evidence? Videos of guns, proof of threats? The answer was no. No direct videos of weapons, no concrete evidence found in homes or cars. But here's the twist. Despite that, the judge still say that there's probable cause based on cell phone data, surveillance, and witness statements. So the real question is this a strong case, or is this something that's starting to crack? Y'all already know about how we finna break this down. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and as always, it's a panel, so y'all can always hit the link and let me know what y'all think. Or y'all can, give me your 2 cents. It's all family. There's no judgment. You don't have to cam up. If you want to, you can cam up, but it's just a conversation, man. Y'all come up here and holler at your boy. Let me know. So what's been going on when they just was in court and they asked the FBI agents, and they was asking, I guess, the other guy what evidence they got, and it was none. So word around town is there's a video. There was the recording studio had surveillance. It's supposed to be in a camera right when you walk in the building on the wall. So it's almost like, did Gucci get that? Did Gucci get that? Was Gucci able to get that some surveillance video to kind of help save him? Because right now, with his we're writing a statement and pointing out Pooh Shiesty, that's looking bad. That's almost like it's over with for Gucci. That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, with him doing that, it's over with. And with the officers basically coming up there saying that they don't, we're giving them nothing really to go off of, because they have to tell what they, once you get in these type of situations, you got to tell the information you got. So because these defense attorneys, they have to be able to fight against that. And if you don't have no information to go off of to give them, then listen, what's going to happen? We need to know pretty much what's the next situation going to be. So right now, you know how I do it, man. I like to react to these videos. Let's go in here and let's react to some videos and see exactly what's going on. Let's see exactly what's going on. Okay, let's see what everybody's saying, because I can we can make this thing a whole lot smoother. So let's see right quick. Let's see what this boy. See what AK-47 got to say, man. Because I ain't gonna lie, man. The man, he reliable, man. He reliable when it comes to it. Pretty much this little case. He the first one that I seen that broke it. So let's see what he gonna have to say. Oh, hold on, wait. Y'all, my bad. I'm tripping. I'm acting like a Ricky. So hold on. Let's share it. Boom. My bad. Let's make sure y'all can see it. All right. Let's take it back.
And if you go to Jeremy Pierre, they kind of detailed the whole hearing. Not one time did the feds say they didn't have a video. Not one time did the feds even bring up Pooh Shiesty's name. Not one time. Or in that video clip y'all just seen. They went off this. They went off. College kids saying feds says they have no hard evidence, including video surveillance of Pooh Shiesty or Big 30 possessing a gun or threatening Gucci Mane. That's what they went off of. No concrete evidence was found in Big 30's or Pooh Shiesty's homes upon their arrest. Yeah. So Big 30, I told y'all that boy was just yeah.
So do y'all feel like they got rid of the weapons? Do y'all feel like they got rid of the evidence that that could tie them to this case? You know what I'm saying? Because I mean that'd be the smart thing to do. But when the feds hit the house, they had to snatch everybody up. So it wasn't like they could. Well, somebody could have, they could have made made the phone call or whatever, But pretty much, I'm like, what the information at? I mean, not the information, but what the evidence at? So let's see.
Yes, man. The dad, I told y'all, I don't even think the dad wanted that to happen, honestly. But because they went to Staples and got shout out to College Kid too, by the way, for that title.
And see, that's the thing too. I don't know if he finna get ready to touch on it. I ain't even seen this video. I'm gonna kind of keep it for real. But this is conspiracy just because that's where they got him already. Y'all didn't went and got a release contract drawn up. They got you right there. You know what I'm saying? So no matter what. And then with him already being on federal, ankle monitor and all that, like, dude, you definitely was there. And these people, at least you got two guys that's giving you that's already, that's giving statement. So let's see.
Because they went to Staples, they got the termination contract and printed it out. It basically shows premeditation that this whole little ordeal was bogus as hell. So even if you didn't fully corroborate, Pooh Shiesty fully knew in his mind, this is what they're going to try to say, that he, was going to, anyway, he was leaving that motherfucking contract that day while Gucci Mane had no idea what was going on. So the 360 is complete. We started here. The bullshit ass news came out. I told you in the video we gonna go live about it. I knew the whole time that they never mentioned Pooh Shiesty. But I had my video ready. When College Kid dropped that post, I dropped the video right after that. And nobody's.
And I'm trying to figure out, like, so if they never if they never mentioned him, then how is they tying him to this? How are they tying him to this? Pooh Shiesty fake news emerged from clickbait title Big 30 and Dad win. PO call during robbery. So it's just like what?
Seemed to run to read. I mean, listen to what the lady actually said. Nobody wanted to do research to actually see if that's what they said. They just went off the title. So they're going to retrieve that. They have Big 30's cell phone data. They're going to retrieve that deleted video as well.
And that's the thing too. That's why I'm like, they say they have no video or none of that, but I'm like, Big 30 was supposed to be the one who recorded it when all this was going down. So how in the world these folks come out and they ain't got nothing? Because keep in mind now, they've been on these folks ever since January. So now it's time, they've been formally charged and all this, and these folks went in there and did testify to some matter, and they said they had no evidence. So y'all told them in the beginning that these folks recorded it. Once again, man, y'all hit the like button. Y'all, can also, y'all, if y'all want to, y'all can hit the link in the chat, join the panel. Let me know what y'all think about this, man, because we want to hear what the streets really think, man. What y'all take is on this. How y'all feel about it, man? Was Pooh Shiesty right? Was Pooh Shiesty, was he wrong? What's up with Gucci, man? How y'all feel about Gucci, man? Gucci still the king of his own six, man. He's still him around now? Or what, man? Let me know, man. Y'all still bumping that Gucci? Do y'all want to hear anything from Gucci? Do he owe us some type of statement? Because we're gonna get into Gucci in a minute too. When him sitting out here giving false and misleading information, man. So guess what? We finna be on you in a minute. But let's get back into this video to see, because these folks, you can't, y'all giving us information, then you go back and turn back. What's up, bro? What really going on, man? And we want to see that video. That video got to come out. There's too much AI going on right now. We need to see the real video
that he recorded. That's why they even put it in the damn shit. It's looking bad for Pooh. It's still looking bad for Pooh. Also, y'all are going to realize that when Pooh was going to walk these guys out with the gun, he had got a phone call. Guess who the hell was calling? His PO was calling back. This dude, in the middle of robbing these niggas, got a goddamn phone call from his PO and had to have the other niggas, you know, make them niggas leave while he answered his PO phone. I mean, you just...
How y'all feel about that? The fucking PO call. And he answered, you know what I mean? If y'all know, you got to answer the phone. Nigga, man, PO call. So that's what I'm saying. All this is going on. I want where the video at, man. We're 2026, man. We need that, man. We want the video footage, man. And Gucci, we need for you to come on up and say something. Come on up and say something, man. Y'all make sure y'all like this video. Y'all subscribe to the channel. Come on, man. Let's get back in this thing, man. Let's get back in.
Just can't make this shit up with Pooh, man. This shit is crazy. Also, happy Easter too, if I didn't tell y'all that. Happy Easter. But we getting back to blogging. We ain't doing no blogger.
That's, you know what I mean? Really, you can't make that up, man. What, I mean, really, they need to go ahead and somebody need to get the rights to this, man. We need to go ahead and be prepared to put this in the big screen, because bro, really, like, man, I'm talking to my folks about this and just keeping it real. Listen, if Pooh Shiesty get out of jail, if he ever get out, Pooh Shiesty is CEO. He the biggest thing out. Ain't nobody messing with Pooh Shiesty. Pooh Shiesty gonna be like a rap god out here in the streets. Now, will he ever get out? They could give him, you know what I'm saying? They could give him, I believe, even if they get that man, if he do 10, his legacy can survive 10 years. His legacy can definitely survive 10 years. What y'all think, man? Y'all think if Pooh Shiesty 15, if we do 15 years, he'll get out here, be about 41? Boom. And he still got plenty of time there. He's still gonna have plenty of time. You know, seemingly you'll be of a different mindset, but you know what I'm saying? He came out, I'm talking about, he came out right back on the bullshit. This man came right back out on the bullshit, man. This is just like, really, you got a phone call from your PO while you just did a robbery. She was calling you back. So that's, you know what I mean? I just found that out. Like, come on now. That's what I'm saying. That's just too raw. That just make the suspense more. You know what I'm saying? Now let's see what the internet says. You know what? Let's go over here to TikTok, man. Let's go over here to TikTok. Let's see what TikTok got to say right quick. Let's see. Listen too. Let me see, make sure y'all can see this. Y'all got let me see. Let me remove that. Let me oh, that's crazy. Boom, 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 boom. Let me see, stops. Now let me do it again. Y'all bear with me for a second. Here we go. I got it right here. Here we go. This right here, when he did this now, this one, they say he shot this video when they actually had just left the recording studio from robbing Gucci.
Digital, man, come on, man. I don't want to try this shit, man. I don't be wanting to do this shit, man. I'm a low key nigga, man. I'm a motherfucking nigga. I'm more of a Slim from Cash Money than a Birdman type nigga though. But you know, I get on my Birdman shit though. Yeah, fuck you, tell me. Cuz, why this man out here pissing on people? Shit, man, man, what's wrong with him?
I guess he's supposed to be pissing on Gucci shit. It's still at that point right here. It don't look like, you know what I'm saying? It don't look like, nah.
Get him. Cuz you ain't no king, hey, cuz you ain't no meal break, you ain't no killer. I don't do this no, man. Come on, man. I don't want to drive this shit, man. I don't be wanting to drive.
They up here, you know what I'm saying, still, boom, making videos proving that they on the scene, man.
I'm not a criminal, but if I was,
and I ain't gonna lie, I wanted to watch her video because I seen a little bit, but let's see what she break. Let's see how she break this down. Let's see what she think.
I feel like the number one rule would be don't commit crimes while wearing an ankle monitor. So anyway, I just got my hands on the...
Y'all got to understand that too, man. Don't be out here committing crimes while wearing an ankle monitor. But let's see what she got going on.
A 32-page federal criminal complaint for Pooh Shiesty, his daddy, Big 30, and 6 others. So let me walk you through what the feds are alleging happened in this complaint. So let's start off with the defendants. There's Lontrell Williams Jr., aka Pooh Shiesty, Lontrell Williams Sr., his daddy, Rodney Wright Jr., aka Big 30, Demarcus Glover, Darian McDaniel, Terrence Rogers, Corday Johnson, Kadarius Waters, and Demarion Gibson. And they're all charged with kidnapping, conspiracy to commit kidnapping, and robbery stemming from an incident that happened on January 10th, 2026 in Dallas, Texas. So according to the complaint, on January 10th, 2026, 3 victims who are referred to by their initials in the complaint, and the first victim has the initials RD, as in Raydrick Davis.
Link in
but the ladies call me Gucci's baby.
MM and BP. It says they all flew into Dallas for what they thought was a business meeting. Lontrell Williams Jr., Pooh Shiesty, was signed to RD's label 1017 since around 2021. Okay, so it's clear RD is Gucci Mane. So I'm just gonna say Gucci. Okay. And the point of this meeting was because Pooh Shiesty was upset with the terms of his contract and he wanted to be released from his contract. So Pooh asked Gucci to come to Dallas so they could meet about, quote, business.
Then they say that Pooh Shiesty didn't grossed over 25 mil since he been sitting down. Over 25 mil. So hey, when you really break it really down for real now, what the money at, bro? What the money at? You and Keisha Kayor, y'all been, you know what I'm saying? Like, been sitting down and just up. Y'all just been up. Where the money at, bro? They're artists. It's your artists. He want to know, man. Let me tell these folks they need to go to work. The little work he put in, look what it did. So where the money at? That man, is he wrong for this?
Gucci, his head of security, another security officer, and the other 2 victims pull up to the studio around 1:45 for this meeting, but it was closed. Around 3:15, Pooh Shiesty's dad, William Sr., gets the owner of the studio to open it up for them. William Sr. is seen on video surveillance at 3:28 standing outside of the building on his phone. According to the complaint, at 3:43, so about 15 minutes later, Pooh Shiesty, his dad, Big 30, and the other 6 defendants enter the studio where Gucci and his team had already been waiting. Now, apparently, at this point, Pooh Shiesty, who has an ankle monitor, gets a call from his probation or his parole officer because...
This man here, though, that's it. Everything about Pooh Shiesty just too gangster. This nigga here don't care, boy. This man here don't care. I'm talking about with the ankle monitor on, understanding all the money you finna get ready to generate. I'm talking about it just, you just waiting. I think he had like 2 or 3 more months in the little halfway house. Already.
He's not at home. Pooh tells the officer that his caseworker gave him permission to be out for, quote, rec time, but the officer tells Pooh that's not the case. He doesn't have rec time and he needs to return home immediately. The complaint says that Gucci and his team overhear this phone call, so Gucci tells Pooh that they can reschedule their meeting, but Pooh says he wants to talk to Gucci privately. So the 2 of them go into a separate recording room, and according to the complaint, Pooh brings out a contract termination or contract release document and tells Gucci to sign it. Gucci says he doesn't want to sign the document, and so the complaint says the 2 of them begin arguing. Pooh then tells Rodney Wright Jr., who again is Big 30, to get...
What y'all feel like, too, I want to know, what y'all feel like, okay, You got to keep it real now. Pooh Shiesty go at the Gucci man talking about sign the release form. Keep it real, man. No, it had to be y'all. Do y'all feel like he probably told him like, look, man, you not already made your money off me, man. You not already off just the screaming alone, the streaming. What that was, 25 million. You can get these numbers. No folk can get these numbers. So, well, why am I still here, man? You done overly made your money, bro. You done overly made your money. Then he didn't want to sign it, so they had to go ahead and pull it off. What y'all think? That's logical.
His bag, and when Big 30 returns with the bag, Pooh allegedly pulls out a black AK-style pistol, points it at Gucci, and then demands he signs the contract release. Gucci then signs, and while he's doing that, William Sr. and Big 30 guard the door of the recording room so that Gucci can't leave. According to the document, after Gucci signs the document, Pooh allegedly takes Gucci's wedding ring, his watch, earrings, and his cash from him. Gucci apparently forgot to date his signature, and so after reviewing the document, Pooh gives him the document back so he can add the date, and then they're all good. Now, when they are exiting that recording room, the other defendants who were still in the main studio area pulled out their weapons and allegedly demanded the other victims to give.
Hey, that's another thing too. Just imagine that, right? These folks, they put the pistols and everything to your face. You done signed the document. They review it and have to give it back to you. You have to date it. He should need to name his label after that day. That what Pooh Shiesty need to do. He need what it was 110. He need his record label 110.
Them their stuff. The document says victim PB was pushed onto a couch in the control room while an individual named as CMO Damn Fool searched his pockets and stole his wallet. Right. BP's 1017 chain and a necklace were also stolen from him by someone he knew as Glizzy 375. The document says BP was also able to identify someone he knew as Baby Slime 375 and another individual he knew as KD. Now, during this incident, the complaint alleges.
That's what I'm saying. Now, how y'all feel about Gucci, man? He said it's all in the complaint. He giving it all up. Is he still the king around here? If y'all want to, man, y'all jump in that comment section. But you can hit the link in the top of the comments. Let me know what y'all think, man. Follow the prompts. You can get right on up here. You ain't got the camera up. Let me know what y'all think. I want to know. Hit the like button as y'all come in too, man.
That MM, the other victim, was choked from behind to the point of nearly losing consciousness, resulting in him having scratches on his neck and wrist. MM's Rolex watch, a Louis Vuitton bag containing multiple other high-dollar watches, his Apple AirPod headphones, and his wallet were all stolen from him, but he happened to have an Apple AirTag located in the Louis Vuitton bag, and so he provided that to law enforcement, which were able to track the last known location. And then, according to the complaint, Pooh Shiesty pointed the barrel of the firearm to the back of BP's head and orders him and Gucci to leave the studio. According to law enforcement, video surveillance shows the defendants leaving the building at approximately 4:58 p.m. So that's the outline of what the feds say happened at the studio. So now let's get into some of the evidence law enforcement says they have to show that these defendants committed this crime. And it starts with some surveillance videos recovered from another building in the area. That video shows a white Buick Enclave, a black Dodge Charger Hellcat, and a black Dodge Ram, all pulling off shortly after the incident. And according to police records, Rodney Wright Jr.'s father owns a 2020 Dodge Charger Hellcat bearing a Tennessee license plate. And the Buick that was with the cars was actually a rental car. And after getting a subpoena for records from Hertz, law enforcement learns that Lontrell Williams Sr. rented the car on December 29, 2025 with a return date of January 11, 2026, the day after this incident. Next up, the document goes into Pooh Shiesty's ankle monitor. The document notes that Pooh Shiesty had just been put on house arrest on October 31st, 2025 for a firearms charge. And a part of his conditions for this house arrest was that he would not possess any deadly weapon or knowingly be in the company of a person possessing the same. It also notes that he was required to wear an electronic monitoring device, and that same monitoring device.
And on top of that, see, now it's just like, you know, once the two white boys, once they already reported what went on, you already done violated. You already violated. And these folks ain't playing, man. They ain't playing with it, man. So that's why it's still sticky. But I still want to know, like, Pooh Shiesty, his legacy made, man. In my mind, Pooh Shiesty legacy made. He the hardest entertainer out ever. Real life movie shit, man. Pooh Shiesty, come on, man. But with Gucci? Is it how his legacy finna look after this, man? How y'all feel like about his legacy? How y'all still bumping that old Gucci? If Gucci get on your new favorite rapper song, y'all want to hear that?
ICE confirmed that he was at or near the location of this incident around the time of this incident. Next up, the document talks about a trip Lontrell Williams Sr. took to Staples around 1:15 on the day of the incident. Now remember, Gucci and his team didn't get inside the studio until around 3:15, and according to this complaint, at approximately 1:50 p.m., Williams Sr. was seen on video entering a Staples. His rented Buick Enclave can be seen on surveillance video parking near the front of the store. And then when Williams comes into the store, he goes directly to the copy printer machine. And so investigators are alleging that due to the timing of this Staples trip, they believe Williams Sr. was there to print off the contractual release that he later presented to Gucci at the studio. All right. Next up are cell phone records. And according to investigators, they say that these records show some of the defendants driving from Memphis on January 8th and arriving in Dallas in the early morning hours of January 9th. And if one person having an ankle monitor wasn't enough, defendant Glover apparently also had an ankle monitor on, and his monitor also.
Hey, these folks from Memphis, hey, these boys are built different, man. These boys, most people just cut the ankle monitor off. You know what I'm saying? But God dang, y'all folk gonna keep the ankle monitor on? Sheesh, man. These folk for real, like, built different, man.
Aligns with what all the other evidence is showing. Investigators also received records from Greyhound, which.
Let me ask you also, how many of y'all know somebody who ever did a real serious crime with an ankle monitor on? Just keeping it real, like in the history of y'all knowing whatever. How many of y'all know somebody who really committed a real violent crime with an ankle monitor on? Get it down in the comment section, man, and let me know, man, because that's like then on top of that, his buddy got an ankle monitor on too. What are you for? God dang.
Apparently showed defendants Glover, Rogers, Gibson, and McDaniel traveling from Dallas, Texas back to Memphis, Tennessee after the alleged incident. 3 of the other defendants who didn't take the Greyhound drove back to Memphis in the Hellcat. And when they got to Memphis, they stayed at a Comfort Inn. And while they were there, the Hellcat was apparently reported stolen. I'm assuming that's on purpose, but there's a lot going on. But after learning about the defendants being at the Comfort Inn, investigators were able to get surveillance video from that hotel. And they see that at some point, almost all of the defendants had been at the Comfort Inn, and they're all wearing some of the same clothing that was seen on video at the studio. And then investigators were able to lift some fingerprints off of cups that were left in the studio, and they matched those to defendant Gibson and defendant Rogers. Now, after all of that corroborating evidence, law enforcement says they then used Instagram to help identify some of these defendants. First up was Pooh Shiesty, who was easily identifiable because all of the victims knew his real name and his stage name. And then when it comes to Lontrell Williams Sr., they all knew that he was Pooh Shiesty's dad. The document says all 3 victims were able to identify Rodney Wright as Big 30. And because some of these defendants made posts on Instagram shortly after the incident, that also helped law enforcement. For example, victim BP knew Rogers as his Instagram page, Damnfool375, and after law enforcement was able to match his pictures to his state ID, they figured out his name. But in addition to that, Rogers was also seen on Instagram wearing a Rolex that appeared to be similar to the one stolen from MM. And then there's defendant Glover, whose Instagram name is Twin CMO, and his Instagram account later posted stories of him having a Rolex, a large amount of cash, and tagged Dallas, Texas as his location. Now, is the point to get away with the crime or not? There was also a post of him wearing a 1017 chain that was similar to the one that was stolen from BP at the studio. All right.
That was Big Scar chain, man. Them folks got that from Big Scar, man. Stop playing, man.
You get the point. And so, in conclusion, law enforcement says there is probable cause to believe that on January 10, 2026, in Dallas, Texas, DeMarcus Glover, Demarion Gibson, Corday Johnson, Darian McDaniel, Terrence Rogers, Kadarius Waters, Lontrell Williams Jr., Lontrell Williams Sr., and Rodney Wright Jr. all conspired and committed these crimes. And so they've been arrested. Now, I'm not a lawyer, but even if your point was to get out of the contract, forcing someone to do it under duress would still invalidate the contract release, right? Like you can't force someone to sign a document. That defeats the point. But I'm not a lawyer.
No, see, she's saying that, but you got to really realize these folks, they saying they're stressing that they operate up under different rules. They stressing that they operate like no snitching. These, like, Just imagine if they were Boosie or something like. I mean, if he tell anything, if anybody like that tear down their legacy, that tarnish the whole everything they ever stood on and built. So if they and they really probably looking at Gucci Mane like, you know, let's see if he really about it, because it's really a catch-22 if you really think about it. Because right now, this tears down Gucci legacy. This messes up everything he ever stood on. I don't know why it had to take this time, because he did it the first time with Jesus. So this time right here, with this being his artist, like, yeah, this is really tearing down everything that you done built. So he ain't supposed to go do that. So I think the thinking probably would have been if they pull it, they get him to sign, he got the contract, it is what it is, because he gonna operate the way he want to operate. But now just imagine he go over there with CMG and some shit happen between him and Yo Gotti. Just, you know what I mean? That's some crazy shit too, man. But y'all let me know, man. Y'all see that link in the comment section, man. Y'all tap that link, man. Follow the prompts, and y'all get up here. Let me know, man. What y'all think? Type in the comments. That's right.
If I send you this, just know the contract is null and void. You understand what I'm saying? Now, before we get into the details, Pooh Shiesty, you had them boys out there committing multiple. If I send you this, just know the contract is null and void. You understand what I'm saying? Now, before we get into the details, Pooh Shiesty, you had them boys out there committing multiple felonies, then going home on a Greyhound bus after staying down to the comfort in, my God, all today. All right, let's take it from the top. The Pooh Shiesty paperwork just dropped, and y'all, maybe it's not that bad. Maybe he had nothing to do with the situation. In reality, it was absolutely that bad. Pooh Shiesty had everything to do with the situation. Buddy was overly involved. Right off the bat, first page, I'm aggravated. Why are all these people listed on here with you, Pooh Shiesty? Why would you commit a crime with the studio audience? I understand wanting to have your partners with you, but unfortunately, once you get too many people involved, the chances of one of these people doing something stupid like posting stolen items on social media is 110% with a 10% margin of error. Someone is going to get you caught up. Don't commit crimes with a merry gang of bandits. Now to the allegation.
Yeah, but Pooh Shiesty did the same thing. He posted the same day too.
So Pooh Shiesty is signed to Gucci Mane's label 1017, and he wants out of the contract. And honestly, I'm sure the contract is probably worse than the ones that Diddy had them signing back on Bad Boys back in the day. I'm talking about once you sign, you're not getting out lifetime membership. I believe that. We know how these contracts go and how these artists are treated. So Pooh Shiesty, realizing the contract, if I send you this, just know the contract, Gucci and the execs, and says, let's talk. Love that. So Pooh Shiesty and his people get to the studio. Gucci and his people get to the studio, but immediately there was a red flag. Pooh Shiesty gets a call from his case manager. Now, why does Pooh Shiesty have a case manager? Because he's currently on house arrest for a gun charge. His caseworker knows where Pooh Shiesty is because Pooh Shiesty has on an ankle monitor. And the purpose of the monitor is, well, to make sure you are at your house under arrest, meaning that you are not supposed to be in the studio. Mr. Shiesty then says he understands and he hangs up the phone. Now, mind you, Gucci is sitting there listening to all of this. So Gucci is probably thinking, this man is on house arrest, wearing an ankle monitor, being actively tracked. Surely he's not about to do anything silly like robbing me. Boy, was Mr. Gucci in for a surprise. But nevertheless, Mr. Gucci says, you know what? It's fine. We can reschedule the studio session. But Mr. Shiesty, adamant to engage and advocate for himself, says, no, let's talk right now really quickly. So they go into a private room. Mr. Shiesty's father, and another compadre by the name of Big 30, they go into the room, and Mr. Shiesty begins to have a conversation with Mr. Gucci about the contract. This should not come as a surprise. It sounds like this conversation has been had before, and Mr. Shiesty was unhappy with the terms of said contract. But Mr. Gucci declines to let Mr. Shiesty out of the contract. Next, the feds claim an argument escalates, and somehow a Draco is allegedly pulled. Now pause. For those of you unfamiliar with a Draco, just know that it is not typically what you bring to a negotiation, but it does tend to get the job done. So
when you from Memphis, that's probably how the negotiations go. You know what I'm saying? The negotiation, that's exactly how it's going.
As the Draco is allegedly pointed in Gucci's general direction, he is then asked again by Mr. Shiesty, of course, nicely and politely, to please sign the contract. And at this point, Mr. Gucci is like, you know what? I've been doing some thinking. I would actually love to let you out of this contract. Where's the pen? And Mr. Gucci signs. Now, while all of this is happening, Big 30 allegedly pulls out his phone and starts recording. Now, I guess in Big 30's mind, this was going to be proof that Gucci signed the contract voluntarily, but what it actually is evidence of you being at the scene of the crime. Oh, and I would like to do a quick point of clarification here and say that forcing someone to sign a contract at gunpoint is not enforceable. That contract is getting thrown out of court immediately. So all of this and Mr. Shiesty is still in the contract with Mr. Gucci. I genuinely hate to see it. Allegedly next, after Mr. Gucci signs the contract, Mr. Shiesty says, actually, also, I need that. And then Mr. Shiesty or one of his esteemed associates takes Gucci's wedding ring and other valuables that he may have had on him. And Mr. Shiesty and his crew allegedly rob everyone in Mr. Gucci's crew. So now they've gone from contract negotiation to group robbery. I guess if you're going to commit one felony, you might as well commit them all. The next portion of the indictment talks about...
Listen, y'all can hit that link in the comments and y'all can come up here on this panel. Y'all can let me know exactly what y'all think. That's what it's an open panel, man. So I want to know what y'all think. You know, was he right? Was he wrong? You know what I mean? What you think Gucci got going on? Let me know what y'all think, man. Get in the comments, or y'all can, like I said, y'all can join the panel, man. Get up here and let me know what y'all think.
Identification and proof.
Because right now, what they saying that they don't have video of these boys doing none of that. This was, you know, these are some of the first videos that people will just, I'm just scrolling down TikTok, but they just came out. I think this just dropped yet Friday, maybe. That they don't have video and they didn't find no weapons. But the Big 30 little video, you know what I'm saying, it's supposed to be recorded. That's what I'm trying to figure out, like, okay, what's going on with that? Because they should have been had his phone. But they just testified on Friday and said that they ain't got them, because they don't have any evidence. That the defense attorneys asked his lawyers asked the defense attorneys, what hardcore evidence do you have, if any video proof of video? Did you find any weapons? They ain't found nothing. So what y'all think, man? Y'all think that, hey, man, they do got enough evidence based off the two white boys that, you know what I'm saying, that what they saying, that the security officer and the cameraman? You think they got enough evidence to convict these folks? The probation officer already called the man and verified, okay, we know where you at. She called him while it was going on. So, or you know what I mean? Or y'all think it's still enough evidence for him to be gone?
That Mr. Shiesty and his people were at the location. The feds state that at least one of the vehicles was rented in Pooh Shiesty's daddy's name from Hertz Car Rental. Vehicles that are in fact tracked. That vehicle was, as you guessed it, tracked at or near the incident location. Mr. Big 30 is also said to have been at the scene of the crime because he drove his father's vehicle, allegedly. And the feds know that because, well, they have the tag and the vehicle was registered to his father. Oh, and plot twist, not only was Mr. Pooh Shiesty wearing an ankle monitor, another individual who was also there, Mr. Glover, was also wearing an ankle monitor. And everyone also had their cell phones on, which are doing what? Tracking everyone. That's right, class. But this next part is really what has had the internet in a tizzy. You see, the indictment seems to report that, well, let's just read it word for word. MM and RD, RD stands for, okay.
My bad, y'all couldn't hear me, but I was like, in the history of committing crimes, do y'all know anybody that committed this serious or nature of a crime with an ankle monitor on? Most people just cut them off and then could go commit the crime and then You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. It's going to run. But these folks that did this, two guys, you know what I mean, at least two of the guys, then they had ankle monitors on. And then they just went back home like everything was legal. Like, you know what I mean? They just went back home like everything was legal. It was like, y'all know, let me know if y'all know anybody who ever did that, man. Let me know if y'all know of anybody who ever did that, who committed a violent crime with an ankle monitor on and went home. Their probation officer didn't even have to call them. Let me know what y'all got.
Described Williams Jr. as wearing a black Nike brand Shiesty mask, black hooded shirt, and black pants during the offense. It also says someone known as RD also identified Big 30 as present during the offense. So it would appear that Gucci and some of his crew identified Mr. Shiesty and Mr. Big 30. But again, this is what the feds are saying. You always have to take everything with a grain of salt. Of course, the feds are going to write the paperwork favorable to their side. But let's continue on with the identification portion of the indictment. Remember when I told you not to commit a crime with a band of merry bandits? Because while those bandits were there, they were apparently leaving their fingerprints on everything, including red Solo cups, because they came in and drank the liquor provided by Gucci and their crew. That's right, folks. They came in there, drank up the liquor, and then proceeded to rob the individuals who provided the liquor. And
now I can actually see, you know what I'm saying, that happening now. Now that makes sense. Now we got them all right. And they robbed you then. They really ready now. They really ready. Hey boy, they top it off. Like, stop playing. It's really a go.
those fingerprints were lifted off of the cups. So let's recap the evidence. We have 2 ankle monitors, cell phone records, rental cards, Greyhound bus records, Comfort Inn surveillance, fingerprints, and video recordings, not just inside, but also outside the establishment as well. Now, the big question people are asking is, well, why didn't Pooh Shiesty just hire a lawyer? He probably did talk to a lawyer, and that lawyer probably told him it would be cheaper for you to buy your way out. But if the contract is that bad and you're not earning enough money and you can't make enough money to buy your way out, of course you are stuck in a loop. So Mr. Pooh Shiesty found an alternative means of negotiation. Perhaps this incident will encourage fair and equitable discussion with artists regarding contracts. I don't know, but what I do know is that this case and the facts are so ridiculous, it is almost too unbelievable to be true. As always, I'm waiting for the details to come out, and Pooh Shiesty's lawyer, cancel your plans. You're not going anywhere for the rest of the year. The time for you to start building your case was yesterday. Don't forget to like and follow this page for all your legal news and
So we got Marquez Sutton in the comments. He said, yeah, my cousin Jeep went on a high-speed chase with a monotone and got away. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't even know that, but when we're just keeping it real, that's on a whole nother level though. But you know what I'm saying? These folk that went back home like everything was sweet. Richie, what's going on, my boy? He say, laugh out loud. The liquor courage. Yes, sir. You already know. That's why I was like, hey, man, once they get in there, they provided the liquor, the good top shelf drink. Yeah, we're gonna really. We gonna probably go a little extra. That's why I need for you to run me that ring, the necklace, chain, and the watch. Hell, I need all that at this point. But y'all get on here, man. Y'all talk to me, man. Y'all let me know exactly what y'all feel about this thing, man. Let's see what else is going on. I'm gonna scroll TikTok to y'all. You know what I mean? Let me know what y'all think, man.
Remember, he's from Memphis. Gucci doesn't get along with Gotti. Gotti has CMG. He's already competing for signees within the city with Young Dolph. And now another guy that doesn't like him. So Young Dolph doesn't like him, but Gucci don't like him. But Gucci's in Atlanta, and Gucci's now trying to sign. At one point, Gucci signed like 7 artists from Memphis. What is that? Probably to almost surround Gotti in his own city with people who are repping a rival's record label, right? So you got to imagine, he's not, and for the people who say, yo, he should have just treated it like a record deal. No one wears Atlantic Records on their shirt like this. So and the reason why I'm telling you this, they got a new 1017 on all them shirts.
And keep in mind, that's what is really behind, like, just, you know what I mean? Just really the record, these two CEOs. Gucci really kind of mad that Yo Gotti hit his girl. Just keeping it gangster. That what it really boiled down to. Gucci mad that Yo Gotti hit his girl. Now the contract dispute, that's crazy. But Gucci really didn't went out. He didn't went to Memphis and went and tried about the whole Memphis, and basically they killed off the whole Memphis because they following these guys and they ODing and they wild anyway. So going to prison anyway, and you try to surround Yo Gotti just kicking you each and every way, man. Yo Gotti winning each and every way. Come on, Gucci.
They're taking it like this our new family, like a new gang. You get what I'm saying? So when Shiesty gets arrested and he's looking up and the record label / family or gang he's damn near claiming a new 1017, when that happens with his cousin, he's probably taking note. And this is where the wife kind of comes in. Apparently when they text and ask for some money, Gucci's.
And how y'all feel about that, man? Because now word on the street is that since what going on, what went on with Big Scar, there was them folks, I think they were like first cousins or something. Big Scar, he was with 1017 before Pooh Shiesty. He brought Pooh Shiesty to the label. Pooh Shiesty, the first situation, robbery, so he doing his bid. His cousin passed away. Goo out handled the situation like he handled it. The man still had anchor, still had all these emotions built up, and still can bypass all this potential success. Is to pull that off. I mean, would y'all do that for y'all cousin? Y'all let me know, man. Would y'all do that for y'all blood cousin, man? Would that be the way y'all handle the situation, man? Your cousin ended up passing away. You still signed to the label. And you know what I'm saying? You get out of prison, you the hottest thing out. And you want out your deal. How bad would you want to be out your deal, man? Because now if you just imagine this now, if you gonna do it, you might as well go ahead and out the man anyway. If you're gonna take it that far, there I look at he said Gucci lost money on Big Scar. He odd. But I mean, I'm gonna keep it real with you now. I ain't never listened to Big Scar, but Gucci will, they can campaign and say, this rapper hard and this whoever whatnot. But did you listen to Big Scar? What it is? Woot Marine 8356. Did you listen to Big Scar? If y'all know anything about it, I wish I could play it on YouTube, but I'm gonna have to look it up myself. But I don't even know if we can look it up. Did he have any music out like on the internet? You know what I'm saying? That like I don't know nothing about that guy. Just keeping it real. I don't know nothing about him. Y'all get up here, y'all talk to me right quick. Let's get back into these videos right quick. Let me know what y'all know about Big Scar.
Says, yo, my wife's birthday coming up. And I always got to remind y'all of all of these situations where people feel like you're benefiting from them and then they go through some real shit and you brush it off because of whatever reason.
My bad, I was muted. But how far would y'all go for y'all big cousin, man? Or your little cousin, whoever. Gucci, he super cocky. He gonna handle the situation how he gonna handle it. So he, you know what I mean? He gonna stand on whatever he's standing. And then now they say that Gucci gave them folk 10,000. But and then a funeral, that's all really a funeral cost. A basic funeral 10. You know what I'm saying? Now the family, of course, they're gonna feel like that's not enough. That ain't enough. We need, you know what I'm saying? We need to send them out. You know what I'm saying? We need to send them out. So now he done trapped the family off there giving them folk 10,000, and on top of that, I need them chains back. And they were saying that as soon as the situation happened, they would want to, that if not the first thing that Gucci was talking about. Hey, them chains, I need them back. So you got to realize, you already know, man, if you got signed from the hood, or your folk got signed and he passed away and the CEO talking about get a chain, Gucci talking about get a chains back. That's straight disrespect. You just spit it on my cousin. He say, Pooh Shiesty doing live. Well, come on over here, man. Click, look, hit the link in the top of the comments. And let me know why you think Pooh Shiesty doing live, man. Why you think Pooh Shiesty gonna be doing live, man? You know what I'm saying? Because his evidence just came out, and they just say they didn't have they don't have any evidence. They said they don't have any evidence. They didn't have the recording. The folks, you know what I mean? When they went to court on Friday, they don't have the video from the recording studio. Now they say Big 30, the word around on the street is Big 30, he recorded it. So I'm like, after this time, they should have that video. You know what I'm saying? Where that video at? If we know, they know. So stop playing. And they went to court. You know that these that the defense attorneys, they got to provide the evidence. When it's time, when you're in court, they got to provide the evidence. Hey, what do y'all have? These folks say they don't have no hardcore evidence. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to keep y'all updated as much as possible in real time. Y'all let me know though. Y'all get out here and holler at me, man. Hit the link in the comments. At the top of the comments, man, it's gonna see the screen, y'all. And then boom, get up on the get up here and talk to me. Let me know. Let's get back in this video, man.
It's the reason why Chief Keef left Chicago. Some of the dudes got locked up from O Block. Yo, Chief got the money. Yo, tell that nigga we need the bond money. Come on. Chief says I don't got it right now. Then he goes online and flexes having money. They realize he's playing. They now go to his house and rob him. That's hey, listen, you know, as much as everybody is saying whatever, it's so ironic that everybody.
Listen, that's how they supposed to operate. That's how they talking. When they coming in their raps, that's how they talking. So when they come down to it, you know what I'm saying? Why would they operate any difference? Why would they expect for any real negotiations going on? These folks, they making it super street. They coming super hard. They, you know what I'm saying? All the way gangster. They really got me drilling, stepping on, you know what I mean, everything. So that's how y'all, you know what I mean, stop playing with them. They don't want it ain't the old days no more. That's what y'all got to realize. It's out with the old, man. It's out with all that talking. It's out with all that bullshit ass contract. Y'all want to get somebody and expect for them to work for that. We ain't doing that no more. And if you don't get the picture, we're gonna make you get the picture. You know what I'm saying? At least that's how they coming out of Memphis. You know what I mean?
Is giving Pooh Shiesty credit for being a street nigga, but when he finally does the street shit, that's what I'm saying. Us rap fans are hypocritical. Every rap fan is like, yo, why don't you just get a lawyer? We've been giving him credit for doing street shit. He's repping 1017 like they're in the streets. And when something goes awry, he feels like it's time to do street shit. This is what I call the trick bag, chat. This is the inevitable trick bag of every rapper. We give them credit for saying they do the tough shit, but once they get too rich, man, why are you out there fighting with them folks, King Von? Man, you worth too much money, man. You're not supposed to be out there fighting. You're supposed to send another nigga to fight. You realize his whole life has been about him being.
And that's what y'all got to do. Y'all got to realize y'all can't be hypocrites. You know what I'm saying? We can't be sitting right here calling these folks stupid. We can't be sitting right here saying that he should have handled it a different way. Hell no. That's what he rap about. That's how he coming for real. We already seen it when he went on, you know what I'm saying, when he was recorded on the robbing the folk for the shoe. So if they rapping like that, I mean, keeping it real now, it ain't really like the right thing to say. But if you're rapping like that, and that's what the message you're sending, you might as well go ahead and be doing it, because you know what? These kids gonna think you doing it, and that's how they gonna be operating. Your fans gonna think you doing it. You know what I mean? These folks gonna think, you never know who really gonna take your message and then really believe in it and try to run with it. And that's how really believing that is how you're supposed to operate with business. You know what I'm saying? I was a real fan of Young Jeezy. So I just felt like, you know what I'm saying, I wanted to have or make as much money as possible. I wanted to be a real big hustler. I just wanted money. And that was everything Jeezy dropped. I wanted to hear, I wanted to listen to it. I believed in it. He said he doing that. He was the biggest thing in my mind. He was the biggest hustler. So, you know, I understand how influential that is. How that can shape a lot of people's future. This man was sitting right here talking like that. Now, just imagine that now. You know what I'm saying? Because Pooh Shiesty, he just really stepped himself with the first move he pulled. Now he just pulled this move. These folk gonna be doing that anyway. You know what I'm saying? These music producers and labels and CEOs, they better beware. You know what I'm saying? Would y'all sign somebody from Memphis? With these folk doing like this, with this the leadership, that's the leadership these folk got. You know what I'm saying? Would y'all be looking to sign the next Memphis artist? You know what I'm saying? Would y'all be willing to sign these folks? Cause these folks coming like this, and this, you know what I mean? That just make, even so, they make the rap game even that more dangerous. You know what I'm saying? They make the game that much more dangerous because this is just the beginning. This is just the start. You know what I'm saying? Of the new way of these folks handling business. These folks gonna just keep it real. They ain't gonna do nothing but amp it up. They ain't gonna do nothing but get worse with it. You know what I'm saying? And they already got to go once. It ain't gonna be all of them, of course. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be all of them. Some folks gonna be still getting the 360 deals. They gonna still be getting the bullshit contracts, and you gonna get that one who gonna skate through it. He gonna get the right deal, and he knew how to talk, and he had good, you know what I'm saying, leadership to walk him in the door. But then you gonna get Shawty got crazy talent. He from the street for real. He really doing it. Because at first these folks weren't really supposed to be doing what they're rapping about, but now this didn't set a whole new precedent. This didn't, you know what I'm saying? This didn't show that these folks is we coming on a whole new type of time. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, and it's kind of different too, because you know what I mean, you living like that. Okay, listen. You living like that out here in the streets, right? When you having a street business, you know what I'm saying? That's how you handle the street business, but you're supposed to be able to, you know, you know how to cross over. Like, I'm in these folks' job, right? So I understand that I'm over here in these folks' job, so I can't, you know what I'm saying? I can't come the same way. I can't come with my pants sagging, talking real street like I'm talking to my folk. I got to, you know what I'm saying, tighten up. You know what I mean? So you learn how to operate in business corporately, and you learn how to operate business in the street, right? It's supposed to be different. It's supposed to be, but now it's just like these folk we only do business one way now. It's only being handled one way, street, because these folk talking about like millions and millions of, you know what I'm saying, potentially hundreds of millions of dollars that man can generate. And then he gonna do it like that. If they ain't got nothing to lose, the folks ain't got nothing to lose, and they stupid anyway. That's just right there. I don't even know why they probably should even came out with the information. They shouldn't have even did this to the streets, because it's finna be just like how they be having them these school whatever, you know what I mean, pop outs. You know what I'm saying? And they just have copycat criminals. I feel like that's a good way to if you know what I'm saying, to see what's worse is gonna come. Because now this, you know what I mean, okay, it was like the rappers don't go back to your own, you can't go back to your hood, you can't go back to your city, you can't do this and that. But now these CEOs better stop playing with folks, man. These CEOs better stop playing with folks. You know what I'm saying? These CEOs better stop playing with folks. Do y'all think they're gonna switch the structure up? You know what I mean? Especially, you know what I mean, with these contracts. And then rap just got, you know what I'm saying, that much more dangerous. The rap game just got that much more dangerous, man. You got to be that much more street. You got to be that much more serious. You got to be that much more, you know what I'm saying? You got to be in the rap game now. You just got to be that much more. You know what I mean? So that's just like, what's next, man? What's next? They're gonna probably have to, I don't know what they're gonna do, but they're gonna have to figure out some type of way how to soften this thing up. Because at this point, it's finna get, you know what I mean? It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. Let me back this up just a little tad bit, y'all.
In being the hothead who's pushing the line. So that's why I said rappers technically can't win. Fruit Jams in the chat. What up? Remember, he's from Memphis. Gucci doesn't.
So for everyone who don't know why this,
I'm like, I think they're fake though. What y'all think, man? I think this right here fake, man. This right here, I'm trying to really, you know what I'm saying, dig deep into it, but I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I looked at this image a couple of times, right? I'm like, this is fake, man. It's fake. It's showing Gucci face too good. Pooh Shiesty, he's supposed to have the dreads. So he's supposed to be way more, you know what I'm saying? He's supposed to be way more this supposed to be way more ugly. You know what I'm saying? Like what the going on with the man head. So
this is absolutely tier 1 entertainment. That's Gucci. And I was shocked when I heard that Gucci got robbed. And this is Pooh Shiesty. And the reason why this is jokes, he's his boss. And
listen, do y'all think this picture is real? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm looking at it like this, man. This is too clear Gucci, man. He ain't even got his eyes on this Pooh Shiesty. The dreads ain't hidden like you. This really Pooh Shiesty. And we got to keep in mind AI is serious business, man. So yeah, what y'all think, man? Y'all get in the comments, y'all. Let me know what y'all think. I'm seeing this over here in these little comment sections. They're like Gucci, like, oh, that's crazy right now. But y'all let me know.
He's been out on parole just for a few months. He robbed his boss on parole.
That's how they coming, man. These folks serious business. That's why I said this is a new way to operate. These folks, y'all, they got to beware. These CEOs, you're gonna have to beware, man. This is the new way to operate. They operate business, man. It's not street business and corporate business. It's just business, and this is the way we're gonna handle it. So if you give somebody a bullshit contract, stop playing, man. Stop playing. They coming for you. They're coming for you. You know what I mean? So like I said, they're gonna probably take it farther than this, because at that point somebody gonna realize, damn, I done already took it this far. Shit, I might we're gonna finish him. Boom. You know what I mean? I got to be really him, because now it's just gonna be like who next? Who finna be the next copycat? Who y'all think like gonna be, you know what I mean, who really living and who really talking like that right now? Because we don't never know until we know. We ain't never even expect this shit. We ain't even expect this. Like, god damn.
Earlier today, I was watching this video, and it was an interview, and they asked this black guy, if you're the...
Then they were like, Gucci looked so unfazed. And you know what I'm saying? That shit right there, I'm like, Gucci,
the president of the United States.
This right here, it's like, that do y'all really feel like that's Gucci though? Yes, it's a clear look. That's his face, but do y'all feel like that was it? Because they said it was gonna be like 10 guys. Where everybody else is, man. What y'all think? Gucci look unfazed. Gucci just peeping, like, you know what I'm saying? He looking to the side, like he ain't even realizing. You know, they say Gucci realizing that it's not 2006. It's definitely not. Gucci legacy, man. What y'all feel about Gucci legacy from now on out? Oh, let me see. This is crazy. The comment section, man. That's crazy. So y'all feel like, you know what I mean, Gucci, he gonna still be able to be the king of Zone 6? Y'all still feel like he can still walk around and y'all, you know what I mean, he gonna be still him? Everybody gonna, you know what I mean, they can flock to him. Do y'all feel like he get the pass? Y'all feel like Gucci get the pass for this? You know what I mean? But now, the rest of his label, just imagine if somebody, you know what I mean, he try Fujiano. You know what I mean? Fujiano might want out the deal. Shawty, that girl who used to be an artist, Shawty say that they were really already in disputes about their contracts the whole time. They was already, you know what I'm saying, going back and forth. But do y'all think that this right here is a real picture of the surveillance? Because that's why I'm not thinking it's real neither, because they were just saying that they don't have any surveillance video. They just said they ain't have none. So how now this picture emerged? This is what I'm about, this AI. It got to be. I'm going with that, man. It's AI.
And the reason why this is jokes, he's his boss. And he's been out on parole just for a few months. He robbed his boss on parole. Earlier today, I was watching this video.
Here's another update on the Pooh Shiesty situation. People believe that he's going to get off scot-free because there's no video footage showing that he up pipe on Gucci in that room. And they're claiming witness testimony not going to be enough. The cop may not have seen that part, but they still put firearms to an off-duty cop's head and robbed him. Not only that,
and they're saying they don't have no evidence, right? Because that's what they just said. But right here in the comment section, they posted the video on the jury on live. You know what I'm saying? Gucci gonna tell them everything. You know, people be thinking that if we lost them. Damn it, bro. Let me see.
officer said he felt like they were about to be executed and they stole his firearm. Gucci man really don't got to say anything for real. And not trying to pull the race card, but y'all better hope the officer wasn't white in Dallas, Texas. So for y'all to believe that they're not going to believe his testimony in court, mind you, the police still have evidence of them running up in there, fingerprints, the stolen items that they posted online, ankle monitor data from not only Pooh Shiesty, but his homeboy who was there for some reason. They got phone records, they got the...
And then once again, man, let me know, would y'all, if you was on probation, if you had an ankle monitor on, or not if you had an ankle monitor on, if you finna go do something, would you call your partner if you know he had an ankle monitor on? You know what I'm saying? Would you do that? Let me know.
Amen. And that doesn't even include the white cameraman that they choked out and might have bit. No hate, but he's still stuck on that contract. But y'all swear to God that he pulled the excellent plan.
Let me understand this, y'all. Please help me. I really need help. Pooh Shiesty did all that time in jail, in the feds. He around people that have unbelievable cases where it show how far the feds willing to go. Pooh Shiesty came home, y'all, and made the first day out, they sent him right back to jail. Pride and ego is our...
Yes, it's our problem. But guess what? He still, that's not, we sit right here, listen, I'm the type of guy right here, look, that's the way he handled the situation. So that's the way it is what it is. He chose to be, everybody not going to operate. Everybody not going to keep going for the same thing, bro. Everybody not going to keep going for the same thing. And for the people that do, they do. But for him, everybody ain't trying to operate that way, bro. Everybody is not going to sit right here and operate like, you know what I'm saying, let me ride it out. And no, bro. And it sounds good. And it's like, yeah, he missing out on this opportunity, but he was willing to take it that far. So just be real with his ass. Just be real with his ass. That's how he operate. And it's going to be a next one that's going to operate worse than him. So I'm going to jump back and let Woody take the flow, but fuck all that.
Main enemy. That's why I call myself Woody versus Woody. I have to fight myself every day to not let these suckers trick me back in jail. To not let these suckers trick me away from my kids and take my life. That young nigga came home, bro, and did NBA YoungBoy numbers. First song he put out, they said he was gonna flop. That young nigga went to the top. He had all the cars, the lifestyle, everything he dreamed of having. But he didn't change his mindset. Look what the boy did. The boy done went and did some stupid shit. Caused him to go back to jail. Listen, young man, we our own enemy.
He said, Woody flying straight. Now he got the goddamn seatbelt on. That's crazy.
The shit stopped when we change our mindset. Man, we ain't got to fake an image no more. We did what these niggas wish they can do. We ain't got to keep doing it. That's why I say these niggas play the...
And then Pooh Shiesty ain't really had a lot of time to do that. Pooh Shiesty ain't really did it. Pooh Shiesty ain't really, you know what I'm saying, he couldn't really pipe the way he wanted to pipe up because he jammed up. He was fucked up. So Pooh Shiesty had the time to, he ain't went on no real run for real. He ain't did that yet.
Until they lose. You got to know when to get out of it, bro. You got to know when to say, okay, this is it. Because they all love you. They gas you on. And when they fucking putting fucking handcuffs on you, and you come to the realization that this shit is real, now y'all wonder why Woody walked the way he walked and talked the way.
Listen, yeah, Woody walked away, talked away, yeah. But get what? Woody, that man he ain't even been out a year. So he know what's going on. He been knew this shit was real. He knew it was real. Nigga just shot a nigga ass. He robbed a nigga and just did fair time. He knew it was real. He knew it was real. It was like, come on now. If he just did that, why are we sitting right here saying that he's dumb or what? The man he lets you know. You ain't got to tell him he dumb. You ain't got to let him know he dumb. He gonna show you what dumb really is. Shit, he gonna top it for you. You feel me? You know what I mean? You ever had a situation where, you know what I mean, where you maybe were young or you hang with your partner, whatever, just like y'all just want to be, or your brother, whoever you with, and y'all just want to be more gangster. You just want to be more gangster than the next one. You know what I'm saying? That's just how we rocking you with your cousin, whatever. And it's like, it's just the mindset we on. So, you know what I mean? That's just what's going on. And you got to keep it real. Everybody is not handling it like that, man. Everybody, that man showing you he really don't care. He don't care. He ain't, man, stop it. Stop it, I say.
When he talk, nigga, the feds are real. That cemetery with all them bodies in there is real. This ain't.
And then at the same time, too, now, could y'all feel like, now, what Pooh Shiesty doing is, could he be slick institutionalized at that point? You know what I mean? Could he be institutionalized right now? Because for him to plot this magnificent this plot out, you know what I mean? You just get out the feds, man. You just get out the feds, right? You still on house arrest. So for you to plot out this magnificent plot, he's ready to go to jail for the rest of his life, man. So no, I'm not going with he need to change. He need to do better. No, the kid is definitely on demon time. You only known Pooh Shiesty to be on demon time the whole time he been out. So he's not. No. There's even better that tops it for him. He got now when he go to prison this time, he probably won't even get bullied no more. He might, you know what I mean? Because they say he was getting bullied allegedly, you know what I mean, in prison, right? The first time. So this time he might just go up there like him. You know what I'm saying? He might really get you walk around with shit up and chest out on that yard. You know what I mean? Just keeping it gangster now. And everybody ain't finna change. So that's how I feel about that.
Grand Theft Auto. This ain't no fucking TV show. This our real lives. And y'all wonder why these white people don't want to see us with no money. Cause we do stupid shit with it.
I don't even listen. You got white kids that do stupid shit too with money, and it's a personal thing, right? So it ain't no why they don't want to see you with it. Everybody, you ain't handling a situation like that no more, Woody. You know what I mean? You fine with money. If you can make more money, you're fine with money. It ain't that. Just the way he choosing to handle his business, man. You know what I'm saying? You can't give business advice. You're really not that great at business. You couldn't drop a song and it gain any traction. So leave it alone. And he just happened to be able to drop songs like that because at the same time, money gonna run out. Them folks, they got real bills, and you know that money finna be gone. That little money he had finna be gone. So it's time for him to move. Come strong.
You had no business doing that. You folks came out here and led by example. God bless the rest of y'all.
Two people gotta realize everybody.
Oh, y'all better treat him.
Everybody ain't trying to be a leader. You see what I'm saying? Everybody not trying to be this magnificent, good leader that you know what I'm saying on the team. No, just because sometimes the person with the most money or the person with the most talent, that don't mean that he's a leader. He could just he just got the best hustle. He could just run faster than everybody. He could just, you know what I'm saying? He can, you know, do whatever sport. He can throw the ball faster than everybody or whatever. Just because that don't mean he the goddamn leader. No. Because if you want to put him as the leader, now if you're looking at, Pooh Shiesty is supposed to be whatever because he's Pooh Shiesty and his name ringing bells, I just fish grease. And you follow that, they're on like somebody gonna follow him. Because you know, people looking up to him, they're gonna follow him. But then you just keep it real. But Memphis is wild anyway. Anyway.
In the same way, Gucci just fam,
This man he did exactly what he was supposed to do. The goal is to get home to your family. So yeah, y'all got the drop on me. I give all this shit up.
Sign things.
Yep. It was them no niggas that did it. I wasn't here on no street shit. I'm not in no street shit. I am not in the streets.
But Gucci didn't say it was so and so
Just
directly.
said,
He just said it was somebody in black, right?
Well, from what the paperwork says they listed 3 names and it said helped identify. Interpret that however you want. I don't care if he went there and said him, and him. I am executive not old man, but I'm not in the streets.
I'm old enough to be having significant health issues that me and my wife have been public about on interviews.
Yeah.
If you're going by street rules.
Listen, if y'all want to join the conversation, y'all want to get up here on this panel with me, just hit the link in the top of the comments and just follow the prompts, and y'all can get up here and let me know what y'all think, man. How you feel about this situation? Is Gucci still the king out here, man? How you feel about Pooh Shiesty and how he operated? Was he operating in the right way? You know what I'm saying? Or should he did it the more old-fashioned way of doing business? You know what I'm saying? Should he just kept it regular? Was it worth all of this? Do y'all feel like it was worth all this? You know what I'm saying? All the potential, the money he could have made. You let me know, man. If y'all willing, y'all let me know. I'm just letting you know what I mean. Y'all know you ain't got to, but just let me know how y'all feel about it.
You shouldn't be talking to the police at all.
Yeah.
I don't care if you said it was 3 people and they were 7 foot.
I am executive not old man, but I'm not in the streets.
I'm old enough to be having significant health issues that me and my wife have been public about on interviews.
Yeah. If you're going by street rules, you shouldn't be talking to the police at all. I don't care if you said.
That's the point right there. They're going by street rules. These folks operating off straight street rules, right? So if they operating off the street rules and how, you know, it's supposed to operate. There you go. That's what you're gonna get. You know what I'm saying? Every single time.
It was 3 people and they were 7 foot tall Asians, right? Even if you get mad at me, don't talk to them, right? However, I don't think they weren't selling drugs together. They weren't doing crimes together. I don't think he owes them that. I'm not out here advocating street code, but I'm just saying, if that's your logic, he went in the street. They wouldn't apply here. Yeah. You know what I mean? Only at this moment, it frustrates me so much because again, I support not snitching.
In my opinion, it does apply there. It does apply. Because hopefully we'll get to this video where Gucci starts saying you got to realize this. It applies because they're saying they gonna never snitch on. They only operate off these rules. That's what they're telling people. That's what the life that they supposed to be living. That's how they supposed to be coming. No, that's how we only operate off these rules. Everything is street. Everything with them, they ready to out you right now. They don't really with us. They don't really like us. We peasants. We pawns to them. We little to them. So this is how they operate. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean? Like it don't supposed to switch. Like with Boosie, when the police pulled him over for his 1 to 10, he cussed him out. Y'all keep following me. Y'all keep fucking with me. Y'all keep, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know that. It don't matter. I'm not trying to be good no more. You know what I mean? Well, I can't operate like that. I can't operate, you know what I'm saying, moving the way that's politically correct. You know, I have to operate in all the way 100% street. That's the way they come. So let's not do that. Let's not even try to switch that line. That's the way they're operating. That's the way they say they do business. If it was otherwise, if it was somebody like Nelly, no. He don't represent that. He ain't sitting right here making these videos or, you know what I mean, whatever. Or just say, for instance, J. Cole. He's not representing that. So don't go to him on no street. You know what I mean? But if you sit right here, if you Boosie, you sign an artist, that's the way they have put this notion out there. That's what they have led with. This is the way they operate. So this is what they learned from them. This is where they get that mindset from them. This is where they get that gas and they goddamn back from them. Telling them this is how to operate. This is what they're doing. All thing you gotta do is go back and listen to his music, just Google him. Look up him on YouTube. Look up Gucci on YouTube. Stop playing. That's how they operate.
No, don't snitch the person, right? But it's sick to me that in a moment where somebody just got their office raided, got a gun put to their neck, all they should take is stolen.
The onus is on them.
That people are out there saying, he told. Like, what?
But
there should be no outrage about that. Right?
It's not that, because you don't necessarily have to do a crime with somebody to be considered a snitch. If you are adhering to street rules, and I'm not saying I'm advocating, I'm not saying Gucci did it incorrectly. When you advocating for street rules, if somebody do something to you in the street, you handle it in the street.
True.
Right? So again, you could still snitch on a motherfucker that did something to you, even if y'all didn't commit a.
Yeah, but no, that's not that. No, it don't matter. It don't matter. Because when just keeping it real, when these folks, say for instance, like T.I., right? When T.I. went out there and these folks was shooting at him and whatever, and they didn't unalived his big field. Guess what? He wasn't supposed to. That folks went in there to do business. The folks went in there to do business. And then look. So you're not supposed to snitch. You know, that's the rule. It don't matter about you. This is the image that you're portraying. You're not supposed to snitch. What's going on with these niggas, man? What's going on with them? They're trying to move the goalposts. They trying to act like, see, they understand that this is just entertainment. But no, when the entertainment, y'all done fed, the entertainment's been fed so much, and this image of Gucci Man, he been the boogeyman the whole fucking time. The way he handled the Jeezy verses is just like, it's crazy because the same guy that he was with, he had Braun with him to that little verses that just had the gas all in his back were the same niggas that just pulled their move on him. So when you look at it in perspective, no, Gucci taught people how to handle business like this. Gucci was him. Gucci was, he's supposed to come like that. Listen to Gucci music, especially when he was dissing his artists and CEOs and talking about what he'll do to them. You know what I mean? This is how he taught them how to handle business. They're not supposed to handle business like business professionals. Hell no. No. It's the rap game. You're supposed to put this shot in. You're supposed to get the Drake, boom, put it to the man. No, what wrong with this man? I'm smarter now. You done gave me a fucked up contract. You done fucked up my contract. And I'm living out here fucked up. And I'm supposed to handle business with you like a regular businessman. It's not finna happen, man. We're not gonna do that like that. I'm not finna handle business like I'm coming with you with a bow tie. No, you playing with me. You're not already disrespecting me too much. You know what I'm saying? And let alone you done got you and your wife spending all my money. You know what I mean? He's supposed to come in there and operate business correctly. No, y'all stick to being the entertainers. There's the old school guys. Let them stick to being the entertainers. That's why they gonna say that. But no, these new niggas ain't going for that shit.
Crime together. If the nigga robbed you in the street, he shot you in the street, he did whatever in the street. If you are in the street playing street games and street life, then you deal with that in the street. You don't go to the law.
That's fair.
So that's what people say.
No, you're 100% right. And I'm saying, I don't know Gucci to still be in the street.
I don't think so either. I'm not saying he handled it wrong. I'm just giving clarification.
No, that's a great.
Gucci don't ever have to be in the street again. Listen, long as Gucci anywhere, Gucci's his whole image just all the way street. Like little Boosie. Certain people got these images. You just all the way just with the gangster. Just anything gangster, almost like the new one of the. I don't know why I think about this, but Ja Morant. It's like this man here's just gangster. Everything about him straight gangster. So these folks represent straight gangsterism. You know what I mean? He got no professionalism almost in them. You can't even really do a real good interview with the man. Everything just straight. He's supposed to be with the bullshit, no matter which way you look at it. So no, sir. That's how you handle a Gucci man. Hell.
You're 100% right.
So what people are pointing to is a video, I believe it was from 2021 or something around that time frame, where Gucci was taunting someone on the internet. And he's like, yo, my only request, don't involve no police.
Yeah.
We're going to deal with it Y'all know how I play. So that's what people are speaking to. All right, if you're gonna say this and now appear in paperwork saying you helped identify that, there is some level of a contradiction there.
Maybe.
Maybe it's that. It's right there. That's the level of. That's what we're saying. That's what, because you're supposed to know that. Like, it's almost like when you're dealing with a when you're out here playing in the streets. You're supposed to already know that, man. He's not gonna call the police. You know what I mean? You just don't let the man catch you. You know what I mean, in the act or whatever. Don't let him catch you slipping. But he ain't gonna call the police. Not him. No, ain't no level. No matter what. You know what I mean? When you know people over there, he ain't finna call the police, so it's great. That's why Pooh Shiesty went and did that shit. But he proven to be, you know what I mean? Proven to be fraud, man. What y'all think, man? Once again, y'all can hit the link in the top of the comments, man, and let me know what y'all think, man. Do y'all think Pooh Shiesty was operating within his rights, man? Look what Gucci has taught. Look what Gucci's been spewing to us and our kids and whoever. This how gangster he got them is, and how you never call the police no matter what. That's what they say no matter what. So don't sit up here and talk about some, oh, they was handling business. Yeah, we know that. But this is the way that Gucci, he handled business. Just go look up Gucci, man. Go look up at a time where anything he gonna handle business the right way. He don't. So I want to know what y'all think, though, man.
So it could be 5 years later he's in a different space,
That's
right?
true.
Or it could be that situation was some hardcore street shit that he was involved in. And we down operating at this level down here, so that's where we're gonna stay. But this was an executive meeting.
This was business.
Yeah, because at some point, if I'm a drug dealer and my accountant robs me, am I not supposed to I gotta shoot him too? I can't call him. You know what I mean? I can't get him invested.
Yeah, but some people, you got to realize everything. This is how I'm looking at it. Everything is situational. So with this guy in this particular situation, hell no, yeah, he gonna shoot your ass too. Yes, he's showing you that. You feel me? Now the next guy ain't. You can get over probably over the next 100,000 guys. They ain't, but that one guy, hell yeah. So these people got to be aware who CEOs. You got to be aware these niggas who you sign. If that nigga talking too gangster and you know he gonna do that, you might not want to sign him. You might not want to do that. Hell no, because he gonna operate like, boy, you feel me? If you could be seen, you could be touched. If you could be touched, you could be hit. So stop playing with me. You know what I mean?
Like at some point, can I do some shit above board? I don't know.
Hey, listen, if you subscribing to street rules at this point, stay away from me.
I hear that.
If you playing the street rules game, just stay over there, please.
Can I?
And then too, when he's saying that, if you playing the street rule games, Gucci was saying that he didn't drop. He cleared his whole label out except Pooh and Foo. He was begging for him to come back. He ready for him to come back. So no, and then it's like, no, some people you're not gonna get the chance. We're not gonna give you a pass. You ain't gonna change. Gucci's the one, he can't get a pass. He's gonna, everything about him, they're gonna always need to be street. We don't care. No, you him. It's like no one, like now Pooh Shiesty, everything about him. And just imagine if they let Pooh Shiesty out of jail too, boy. They let Pooh Shiesty out of jail. I make sure, he finna have the highest grossing tours for real, man. Pooh Shiesty, they let that man out of jail, man. It's over with for the streets, for real. It's over with. How y'all feel about that, man? Y'all feel about they let Pooh Shiesty out of jail, man? How hot that man finna be? They ain't seen the NBA YoungBoy goodbye. All the rappers goodbye. You know what I'm saying? All the rappers goodbye. Everything he put his name on, everything that man touch is finna go up. You know what I'm saying? And they better not play with him. He might not even need security. For real. Pooh Shiesty said he's going to need security. Do not play. But that's going to turn Memphis up. Pooh Shiesty get out of jail. That's going to turn Memphis all the way up. Memphis they finna, oh boy. That's going to be, that's something, hey. Yeah, but y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Y'all can hit the link in the top of the comments and let me know, man, what y'all think, man. Go on StreamYard and come on up here and let me know what y'all think of Pooh Shiesty. I think he was operating the way that Pooh Shiesty, that's what he put out there. He ain't playing. No, that's why he rapping like that, because that's the way he living. He's not a really entertainer. He could just rap the way he live real good. This shit ain't goddamn elective class that you go. This ain't arts and craft. This for real life, man. This ain't me sitting right here watching and me telling his story, that story. This real life story, man. That true stories, man. You know what I'm saying? He ain't playing. He not. Y'all be playing. That's why y'all think he should never handle it like that, because y'all be out here playing. Nah, Pooh Shiesty for real with this shit, man.
Oh, I ain't got to tell them. I'm home with a micro, with a what's the shit? The microscope,
magnifying glass.
all of that shit to see who playing by the street rules. I ain't got to tell them stay away from me. I ain't got to tell them stay away from me.
Stay away from them.
And this is one of my worst nightmares. Tough niggas that's not bright.
That is a bad recipe.
See, but yeah, every time you're gonna get it's situational. Every time it's situational. Boom. But you don't want to fuck around and be dealing with that wrong tough nigga that's not right. Because guess what? Everybody, they created jail for a reason. Some niggas need to be in jail. Some niggas need to be there. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Stop playing, stop lying. Some folks need to be locked up, man. You know what I mean? No matter how you look at it. But if they do not keep this man locked up, if they don't keep this man locked up, I feel sorry for the streets, man. I might stay inside the house, man. If Pooh Shiesty get out of jail, I'm staying inside, man. Straight up. Ain't no more going outside. I'm a Instacart everything. I'm a Uber Eats everything. I might not even, I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm going to get to work from home. Hopefully, y'all subscribe to the channel so I can, you know what I mean? This would be my work from home job. But right now, if Pooh Shiesty get out, I need a million subscribers. You know what I mean? Come on, y'all run me up, man. I need a million subscribers.
That's a very bad recipe.
That's one of my worst nightmares in the world. Somebody that will risk it all over absolutely nothing. And
you're an accomplice.
I've been on this with Pooh Shiesty for years.
You're an accomplice.
I'm saying.
Just imagine that. That's for real. Just imagine when you're dealing with somebody who coming like Pooh Shiesty. Hell yeah, that's your worst nightmare. But they still got guys out here who coming hard in it. Because I'm like, Pooh Shiesty probably, he should have really, to me, I'm like, you should have ended him. But they say he coming home. If y'all don't know, that what their video is supposed to be about, Pooh Shiesty. They say he coming home. If y'all don't know, they went to court on Friday and they asked these folks what the evidence at. What hardcore evidence you got? You got videos? They don't have any videos. They don't have any surveillance. No, they don't have any guns. None of that evidence, right? But Pooh Shiesty had on the ankle monitor, and another dude had on the ankle monitor, and their internet been ringing about Big 30 recorded this whole thing. So at this point, where that video at? Where that video at? You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to figure that whole perspective out. And it ain't then came up. But right now I'm just reacting to some video. I'll probably be on here for a little bit longer. But if y'all don't come up, man, I'm gonna do it again probably tomorrow, man. I'll come back up. Let's go ahead and let me see.
God join sign. Nigga, please, nigga. They got $1 million, nigga. Broke ass nigga. Shit make a nigga heart hurt, boy. Don't make these niggas happy. Big 30 got the door. He blocking here. God join sign.
See, I can't play this video because the audio can't play it for longer than whatever. But this is the reason right here. This video right here is the main reason why folk, you know what I'm saying, got to come at Gucci the way that they come at him. Because what he said in this video is just like, bro, you know what I mean? This is after the prison time. This is just a year and a half, if not 2 years ago. This wasn't that long ago. You know what I mean? He's straight stepping on shit. You know what I mean? He ain't never gonna tell on nothing. He you know what I mean? So it's like, stop playing. Y'all got to stop. Yet remember who we talking about. It's the Gucci man, that goo wop. You know what I mean? Shoot you in your shit, go wop. So stop playing. This how he always coming. Let's see what we got next.
You blocking everybody in.
Defendant Wright. This week.
He was wearing an ankle monitor at the time of the crime.
Gen X, man, this Pooh Shiesty shit has made us figure out we was never no damn street niggas. We hustlers. We have to separate this shit now. Because these street niggas, they not trying to survive the streets. They not trying to make it out. The art of the game is to survive. We understood there's no loyalty in the streets. I guess the dusty niggas, the crash out niggas, them the street niggas. The niggas who got the money and shit, the boss, the Gambinos, we had a whole different set of rules, man. We didn't give a fuck about no ops. Y'all have a whole nother definition of this shit, bro. At the end of the day, man, the art of the game is survive and make it. I don't know what the fuck. The art of the game is to get a gang of money and dip. What y'all on is crash out and I ain't snitching on my ops, but you'll kill this nigga? Dog, I don't think y'all understand there's no loyalty.
That's what I ain't never realized too, man. I never realized that about like when people say that they not snitching on their ops, they would never do that. But I'm like, you would kill this man. You would literally kill this man, but you won't snitch on him. You won't send him to jail for the rest of his life, but you would send him to the grave. I just don't understand how people like. I mean, we grew up in that society, but it's like it don't make no sense to me. You will kill this man, but you won't send him to jail. It's just, what we be having going on, but it's crazy though.
Most thieves, dog. Streets don't have no loyalty. All you can do is go in with your mans and say, we getting in and we getting the fuck out. That's the streets. Guess we was hustlers, Gen X. Y'all comment below. What guess we was not street niggas. Y'all see these street niggas?
Pooh Shiesty going back to jail. Matter of fact, I think they picked his ass up, or they on the way to pick him up, if I'm not mistaken. Remember I told y'all 3 months ago? Actually it was 4 months ago, because we're in April now. I told y'all back in the beginning of January that I had got a...
What's going on, y'all? It's King Clee with Suckers Can't Join, coming to y'all about some news and topics. Today we are discussing Pooh Shiesty and Gucci Mane from a Suckers Can't Join perspective. Now, I usually just go over the history. As you guys know, they are in a contract dispute that has went public in a certain way, and I believe we are all looking at it in the wrong way. And I'm just going to give my perspective based upon my experience in the music game, being an independent business and a label. Suckers Can't Join is our records, and we got a lot of independent artists, and we've seen the fugaziness of this man and his records and the things that he's done as far as in the record industry, and it's just time to expose it. So first off, it's a contract dispute. As you heard, Pooh Shiesty has allegedly made Gucci sign over the rights of Pooh Shiesty back to himself. So he owns his own rights along with his music. And through that, like I said, it was a contract dispute. So what I look at it as is Atlanta business versus Memphis business. Now, let me get into that. No disrespect to either city. I love both. But Atlanta business and music is quite different than Memphis business and music. And I think y'all see a lot of that on these different podcasts, all of these people that have done time and have done, rat allegations and done a lot of things within the streets and then get out, talk about it, and just, wow, in Memphis, if anything goes wrong as far as not standing on business, people have passed. And rest in peace to Dolph, rest in peace to Jook, rest in peace to all the people that have passed in Memphis due to violence, due to the history of Memphis, and them having a chance and them actually being conquerors of music and not being gratified and paid properly. So let's talk about it. Atlanta business and Memphis business. It's a tribal difference. This man Pooh Shiesty from Memphis, they stand on business. As you heard in FDO, fuck the feds. He's standing on business. The man Gucci Mane owed this man millions of dollars. And I'll get into how he owed them millions of dollars for this man, helping this man's label stay afloat, helping him stay relevant, and to act as if he is some trap god that he has perceived himself and put upon us to make us think. Now, the statement of guns involved. Now, I heard there is a statement of guns involved, which that is allegations. That's allegedly. Rappers use prop items all the time. So this could have been an attempt to show Gucci Mane how serious the imbalance of the contract dispute was. Knowing Gucci Mane's criminal history and legal previous aggression and power, in Shiesty's defense, Gucci is a well-known killer, as he claims. Shiesty has done a great job promoting Memphis lifestyle, which involves crime and murder and has happened, but no actual proof Shiesty has committed a murder publicly besides, what they say on music. But when it comes to Gucci Mane, he's not only talked about a murder publicly that he committed, and he got away with it, and then rapped about it on a versus against Jeezy, which is a premier artist. Rapped about it on a versus with against Jeezy, and Pooh Shiesty was a witness to that. You don't know what conversations were happening beforehand as far as in that versus, as far as how Gucci's intimidating persona could have affected Pooh Shiesty. Now, the principle of all of this is that, listen, man, I know y'all think Gucci's right, but if you look at the track record of Gucci and his artist, Waka Flocka, don't fuck with him. OJ, Juice, that nigga, don't fuck with him. Who else? You got Scooters, Dead, Future used to fuck with him, we don't fuck with him. Thug, he can't fuck with him. Boosie, all of the artists that used to rock with Gucci somehow, some way, no longer are friends with him, whether it's business, whether it's personal, whether it's what. It seems like there's a little imbalance when it comes to this guy. Now, this guy, he's standing on Memphis business. And I'm a Money Soda guy, so, Minneapolis and Memphis, we ain't got no issues. You feel me? But like I said, standing on business. This guy, he ain't stood on business yet. So let me get back to the principle of all of this. So the principle is that, the life of an artist is that new artists sign deals.
Once again, man, if y'all want to, y'all can get up there in the comment section, hit the link in the top, follow the prompts, and then take you to StreamYard. Y'all can get up here on this panel and tell me what y'all think, man. Tell me exactly what y'all think, man.
And other artists themselves have no knowledge of the business on how to make money off their craft. When a new artist signs a deal to an old artist, usually the old artist utilizes his business acumen that he's learned and really lost throughout the game to help mentor this young artist to become bigger than him. Usually this artist never lets this artist become bigger than him, because if he's bigger than you, then you lose all your money and your rank. And that's what we're going to talk about regarding this contract dispute and go over the details of this, because y'all's looking at it in a fucked up way. Y'all don't deal with money, and y'all don't deal with contracts, and y'all don't deal with music business. So let's talk about it. So the principle is that the life of an artist, especially a new artist, signs a deal to the artist themselves that usually has no knowledge of business. This man doesn't have no knowledge of any business when it comes to music. He was raped on many contracts that he talks about. So Shiesty signed to Gucci while on the nationwide buzz. When Shiesty was doing his thing, you know what I'm saying, dropping his mixtapes and all of that thing, he was nationwide known already. Everybody wanted him. Every label wanted him. And most importantly, at that time, Dolph, PRE, and Yo Gotti, CMG, were creating massive companies that, as you can still see today, are successful with their artists. Gucci's created many companies. None of his artists have been successful. None of them. This is a number one pick. We're talking about NBA draft, street draft, music draft. This at the time, it's a number one pick. Now, when you're the number one pick, everybody's coming for you. And it sounds good from every direction. But at this time, this beef between Gotti and Dolph was just heating up. And it was heating up hot to where whatever side he chose was going to put him in a bad situation from the other side when he wanted to put Memphis together. You feel me? Put Memphis together like we put Minnesota together. You know what I'm saying? And at the time, Gotti Dolph, and Gucci were all looking to sign him. Wherever he chose, they knew he was going to be blowing up as far as his music career. Instead of signing with CMG or PRE and dividing the city further, he, Pooh Shiesty, made a master decision in thought, and he signed with Gucci Mane. Now, in thought, that was a good signing because he stayed away from the bullshit and the beef that the PRE, Paper Route, and the CMG was creating amongst themselves, dividing Memphis, as you can see right now, the division and what has happened. However, he was trying to solidify Memphis and continue to build money, build structure, and in thought, it was a good deal because Gucci, he may not be as Memphis, but he's still seen on the outside a solid motherfucker. So, you know, the local talent, not moving forward as far as with PRE, it was a good deal in thought because he can get all of the bread, make it all the bread he needs to, build his career, and then bring all of this shit back together because nobody needs to be beefing over, you know, bullshit. And as we all know, we're going to get to round two. I'm going to tell you a little bit more, but this is just a pre-breakdown of.
That's what I was saying, man. Gucci didn't sign this man to a bad deal. Gucci owed this man crazy money. It's no way he can go soft on him. Gucci owed that man stupid money. Gucci label, Gucci ain't dropping that, man. He been selling the facade the whole time, man. He ain't really grossed that much money. You know what I mean? He got to feed the wife for him. That is what it is. But it's like, man, listen, man, Gucci owe that man some money. In order for him to even pull that thing off like that, man, hey, Gucci will operate in the wrong. But guess what, man? I'm gonna get back up on this thing tomorrow. I just want to go ahead and give y'all a little update right quick. If y'all didn't hear that what was going on, man, they just start off with their first little, I guess some type of arraignment or whatever they did on Friday. But the government basically saying they don't have any type of evidence. They said they don't have any type of evidence. So I'm like, that sound real crazy and misleading to me, but you know what I mean? So, you know, I just ran through some videos, but I'll probably be back tomorrow, man. So, you know, they're gonna have something going on and let y'all know what's going on. But I appreciate y'all coming through, man. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, man. Y'all hit the like button and I'm gone.